Today, we're going to talk about the signs and symptoms associated with diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Our bodies are always speaking to us. Sometimes we dismiss or ignore the warning signs. We push it off and say things like, I'm just getting older, or it must be stress. But I can tell you that the body is a constant reminder that something deeper is probably going on. And with diabetes, the signs usually show up as changes we notice every day. So today, let's start with the 3 P's. The 3 P's in diabetes is called polyuria, polyphasia, and polydipsia. Polyuria is increased urination. High blood sugar makes the kidneys work harder to flush out extra sugar through your urine. So you will notice more bathroom time, especially at night. And then we have polydipsia. This is an increase to drink more water or more fluids because you're urinating so much, the body gets dehydrated. This creates a constant, sometimes unquenchable thirst, always thirsty, and preferably for water. And then you have polyphasia, which is excessive hunger, an unusual excessive hunger. Even though you're eating, your cells aren't able to use the sugar in your blood for energy without enough insulin. This leaves you feeling hungry all the time, no matter how much you eat. The 3 P's are your body's red flags. You pee more because your body is dumping sugar through urine. You're thirsty all the time because you're losing so much water. And you're hungry nonstop because your body can't use the food for energy properly. These 3 P's are the first signs the blood sugar is out of balance and a big clue that diabetes may be present. There's also other signs of diabetes, including hyperglycemia, also known as high blood sugar. Another symptom with hyperglycemia, also known as high blood sugar, is blurry vision, like looking through a foggy window. This happens because high sugar pulls fluid into the lens of your eyes. Next, frequent infections. You might notice yeast infections, skin infections, or slow healing cuts, wounds that take a longer time to heal, or scrapes, bruises, and cuts that you now need medical attention for, previously in the past that would just heal on its own. Sugar is like food for bacteria and yeast. They thrive on it. Next, numbness or tingling in the hands or feet, also known as neuropathy. High blood sugar can start off to affect your nerves, making them feel asleep or tingly, and sometimes burning. And then you have unexpected weight loss. Even though you're eating, your body isn't using that food correctly. So it starts breaking down muscle and fat. On the flip side of things, we have hypoglycemia, also known as low blood sugar in diabetes. During this time, you can experience shakiness or trembling. It's your body sounding the alarm like, hey, man going down, need help now. And then we have sweating. Even if it's not hot, your body feels clammy or damp for no apparent reason. Hunger, a sudden urgent to eat something now, like you have to put something in your mouth, not from excessive hunger, but if you don't, you'll feel like something bad is going to happen. And that's because the body is responding to the low blood sugar to try to compensate and get you to eat something before it gets too low and bring you into a diabetic coma. Sometimes hypoglycemia is a worse condition than having hyperglycemia, which is higher blood sugars. Next, you can notice irritability or mood changes. You might snap at someone without meaning to because your brain isn't getting enough sugar to stay calm. Confusion or trouble focusing. Things get foggy and simple tasks become harder. Things that you usually do without any problem, it feels harder to complete the task. Like even raising your spoon to eat. It's like, why can't I lift this spoon? Simple tasks that have now become harder. You will experience or can experience with low blood sugars. And in severe cases, dizziness, seizures, or even fainting if the sugar gets too low for too long. Hyperglycemia and hypoglycemia are like two ends of a seesaw. One is too much sugar and the other is too little of fuel. Our bodies are designed to work in balance, and diabetes is really all about learning to maintain that balance. And you know what? Life is always like that. We're often pulled to extremes, too busy, too worried, too tired. But God calls us to balance, to walk in peace and not panic. Do you not know that our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in us, whom we have received from God Himself? We are not our own. With that confidence, your body is God's temple. When you recognize the signs of highs and lows, you're not just taking care of yourself physically, you're honoring the temple that God gave you. Pay attention to those signals. Take action and pray that God will give you divine wisdom to engage on the right help to manage your health through a healthier care plan.